So when I was making this, or when I was coming home about 20 minutes ago, back from the gym, I was thinking of making a video about Indiana. They're struggling. Daniel Jones tore his Achilles. Riley Leonard is cooked. So I was planning on talking about that, but as I was coming home and I was eating some food quickly before recording, I see this where Philip Rivers is coming back. He's coming back. Unc's coming back, which I found so crazy. I was like, there's no way he's coming back, but it's real, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming back. Let me switch to OBS quickly. All right, so Philip Rivers is coming back. So if you look at this, look, NBC, CBS. It's real, fellas. It's real, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Rappaport just reported it. It's on Instagram quickly. Colts are planning to bring potential Hall of Fame QB Philip Rivers into the practice facility Tuesday to work out and see if he may join the practice squad, per him and Mike Garofalo. This is real. Daniel Jones season's over. Riley Leonard will start, but Rivers may be an option. So, the thing with Riley Leonard is that he has a knee injury and he's doubtful or questionable for Sunday, and so it's a big game too. I'm pretty sure it's against the Chargers. It's against the Seahawks. So yeah, it's gonna be a really tough task if Riley Leonard has to be thrown into there, because one, he's an undrafted or late round QB, and on top of that, he is really underexperienced, and he'd be just thrown to the wolves against a great Seattle Seahawks defense who just held the Vikings scoreless a week or two ago. So it's going to be an interesting thought process to see how that works out. And then they play against the 49ers too, another elite defense. So, and then they play against the Jaguars too, who have been playing really good football. And then they play against the best defensive football, or top 3 defensive football, in the Texans. It's going to be a really tough road ahead. They probably have one of the hardest schedules in the league. I mean, these are all teams above 500. All teams above 500, and all teams that are in the playoff picture or in the playoff race. And the Colts went all in during the deadline with getting Sauce Gardner and trading all those picks to the Jets. And the Jets low-key fleeced them. I said this when the Jets got them. The Jets low-key fleeced them, bro. The Jets have 3 2027 first-round picks. A great class. I know we say this every single year, that the next class is better than this one. But still, that I feel like that class is generational. You have so many prospects like Ryan Williams, Dylan Stewart, Colin Simmons, Lenore Sellers, DJ Lagway, all these type of players. Lenore Sellers, if he returns back to school, he'll come out next year. But anyways, Nick Harbor, you have a bunch of these blue chip players that are just so much better. I mean, this isn't a Jets Glaze video, but like the Colts, they made this entire push because they were like the best team in football for just so long, and now it's looking grim because your franchise guy, I know Daniel Jones, your franchise guy. Whoa, who would have thought you'd say that? But your franchise guy is hurt. So, and he's gone for the season. And is Philip Rivers really the option? Is the quarterback position that dry to the point where you have to resort to Philip Rivers' 44-year-old self coming out? I mean, I wouldn't want to. Yeah, he's really trying to be like Brady. I mean, I love Philip Rivers. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He will be in the Hall of Fame one day. Maybe not first ballot, but he will be in the Hall of Fame. Do you think that Philip Rivers is going to push his team to the playoffs with this Colts squad against 4 top 500 teams, above 500 teams? Arguably, all of these guys are top 10, maybe even top 15. They're both in the upper half of the NFL. Of the 32 teams, they're all in the top 16. They're in the upper half. So, do you think the Texans or the Jaguars, they can win a couple games here? I mean, if you look at the playoff picture, I mean, it's not that great. Right now, they don't even have a spot. They fell out of the playoff picture. If you're going to rely on Riley Leonard and Philip Rivers to get you to the playoffs, is it really worth it? I mean, I know you went all in. You got Sauce. You went all in on the trade deadline. You looked really good. But they have a 39% chance for a playoff probability versus the Jaguars, who have 97. I mean, there's really no sugarcoating it. They're cooked. I mean, I love Daniel Jones. I'm not a hater of the Colts. I have no hate towards the Colts, but I mean, if you're relying on Phillip Rivers to lead you to a playoff spot when you're already outside the picture and you have a 39% chance of actually making it, according to stats, I don't know if it's worth it. Like, maybe you wait till next season when Daniel Jones comes back. Obviously, it's an Achilles injury. He'll be gone for multiple months. He probably will start like mid season next year, but still. And then you have Anthony Richardson too, who he's on IR. He's on injured reserve, so you don't know what you have. Your options are grim. They're out of the playoff picture. They were in the playoff picture. They're out of it now. It's crazy to think, man. It's crazy to think how this flipped around so quickly. The Jaguars are getting penalized, and the Texans. I thought the Texans were done. I will be the first person to tell you, I thought the Texans were done, but every day that goes on, it feels like the Jets won that Sauce Gardner trade more and more and more and more. The Jets won the trade deadline. They got rid of that big old contract when they weren't competing, and yeah, I mean, they got rid of Quinnen Williams too, who they're gonna have to pay or did pay. So they kept Garrett Wilson, who was a top 10 receiver when healthy, with a good quarterback. So honestly, this might be a crazy thing, but yeah, I don't know. He's probably one of the oldest quarterbacks in the NFL too. I mean, ever to start. Literally Tom Brady. He's 45. Phillip Rivers, if he starts, he will be in the top 5 most oldest quarterbacks. He will be 44 when he starts. That's crazy to think, man. That's crazy to think. Wow. Yeah, will a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers will you to the playoffs and you're already outside the picture? No, I don't think he will. But only time will tell, I guess. And then let's go on to Daniel Jones. He did suffer a torn Achilles. It was a bad play. He was throwing. He just tweaked his ankle. He was already playing on a broken fibula or a fractured fibula or something. He started playing on a hurt fibula. So you got to feel for the guy, man. Honestly, you got to feel for the guy, because I'm a Giants fan. I love Daniel Jones. I would die for Daniel Jones. But like, man, he was putting up good numbers. He was a top 10 quarterback. I mean, it was rough. It's rough, man. It's just football. It's just football. Yep. He's out. I already have him out. It was by far his best year of his career. Except maybe 2022, which he had 4 games left and he's already playing better than 2022. And he had a better TD to interception ratio. Well, he 1 for 3. This is 1 for 2, but still, he was playing good. And with Daniel Jones, it's the legs too. Like he can escape too. He was 7th in passing yards. He was 9th in QBR. So it's tough, man. It's really tough. Look at that face, man. How can you hate that guy? Like it's really sad, bro. Because I'm a big Daniel Jones fan, and he just towards Achilles, man. He was turning things around. He was turning that franchise around. He was turning that team around. Now it's basically all on Jonathan Taylor, because Phillip Rivers can't be put heavy load on him. And yeah, it sucks. And Sauce Gardner's already out too. So yeah. This reminds me a lot. Dude, Indianapolis can't have anything. This reminds me a lot of the Halliburton Achilles tear, man. Halliburton was tearing it up. He was literally tearing it up, and just tore his Achilles like that. Their chances were gone. It's sad, and you could see like Halliburton was the lifeline of that team. He just got hurt, and they didn't play the same in that game 7. So they didn't look very competitive. Nimhard played fine, I guess, but other than that, like it was tough. It was tough for them. Obviously, I would be tough too. Your team captain, the guy who got you there, was just gone like that. Even Daniel Jones, I think these guys would run through a wall for this guy, and he's just gone in one play, and you're on the outside looking in now because of one loss. So it's gonna be rough, because if they don't win at least 3 games, if they don't win they have to win against Jacksonville the most. Jacksonville's the most important game for them. If they don't win against Jacksonville, and then maybe maybe the 49ers, I guess. It's gonna be tough because the playoff picture is already there. I mean, yeah, but they have to win against 49ers and Texans, and the Jaguars is a must win if they want to make the playoffs. It's looking grim, man. It's really looking grim. So yeah, I don't know. All I gotta say is Indy is cursed, and I don't think the Colts will make the playoffs, honestly. And I don't know how well Daniel Jones would be playing after either. So yeah, it's an Achilles injury that's gonna mess with you. So special players will come back from that. But is Daniel Jones special? We'll have to find that out. Daniel Jones did tear his ACL. I don't know which ACL he tore in his leg. Yeah, so he tore his right ACL, and then he tore his right Achilles in 2025. So his right leg is gonna be so messed up, and that sucks because I watched him tear both of his most crucial parts in his legs. I watched him tear his ACL in 2023. I was devastated. I watched this game where he tore his tendon. Man, he was playing through fibula. That guy would literally die on the football field if he needed to. He walked off under his own power. He was literally walking off under his own power. There was no cart. There was no... Look, he was literally walking off. You see people with the cart. You see people... I mean, honestly, it's a regular thing. Your Achilles is gone. You need a cart. You need to just put your hand off of it. Just go get yourself checked out. But Daniel Jones literally walked off. He literally walked off. So... He would die on the football field. He would literally die on the football field. And that's what I loved about Daniel Jones in a uniform. He just kept his head down. He kept on grinding. And it sucks because the worst things happen to the best of us. And now he's like this, man. It's really bad. And he's grabbing his Achilles. Man, it's cursed, bro. Indy's cursed. And it sucks, but in sports, man, it just happens. Get well soon, Daniel. Get well soon.